Okay, hi. I actually don't know if I'm ever going to post this, but I wanted to record just in case. My name is Elliotte. I'm 20 years old. I live in fucking Ohio, and it's not even a cool part of Ohio. So I am hoping to move within the next year, and once I move, I'm hoping to have a designated space for creating. Because I am a huge creative, in my own opinion. I love to write, to draw, to experiment. Anything creative. I love makeup, music, anything. And it's really important to me to not wait. Sorry, my cat's getting into stuff he shouldn't. It's really important for me to not wait for the studio space, but to just start now. I got some art supplies out, just very basic stuff, and I'm going to try and make something, even if that something is paint swatches. I know that I'm gonna do more than that, but you don't know me. So I'm gonna go gather the rest of my materials and I'll get started. Okay, hello. I found this sketch in my sketchbook from a while ago, and I'm actually obsessed with it, which is rare. So the plan is actually going to be to use my kneaded eraser and pick up a lot of the pencil. And then I'm probably going to use watercolors to, color it. So this is the sketch. It's me. My hair is different, but I'm a frog person. So I obviously like to mess around with the eraser a little bit first, just because my brain says it can't be stiff, which is probably accurate, but I don't know for sure. So I'm just gonna go in and kind of pick up most of the pencil so that when I ink it and color it, it's not messy. Also, if you hear any random background noise, I have a cat, as you heard in the previous clip, who is completely feral, and you might see him walk behind me here in a second. Who knows? His name is Boo. He's a little gremlin. Yep, there he goes. And I love him dearly, but sometimes he makes me want to rip my hair out. But I feel like that's normal for small cats. Let me find one of my pens to ink with, because I am such a professional that I actually don't know where my pen is. So most of the time I just end up using like a random pen that I stole from a business. I think this one's actually a really good pen, so let's hope. Oh yeah, that's exactly what we needed, isn't it? Why did I start inking first? It's okay. We're good. We're vibing. We're good. So I don't actually have a lot of colors. Oh, there's hair in that. But let's just pick one that I think I like. Obviously I'm gonna need some green. I've got these 3 shades at the moment, and I've got my colored pencils, obviously. So there is emerald green, there's dark green, and there's viridian. So I think what I want to do is mix these with a bit of titanium white, just to, ooh, cute, that got on my dress. Not my dress, my overalls. Fun. All right, no big deal. That's what the rag I have is for. So right now I'm just trying to mix a color that I like. And then this is my emotional support Valentine's water bottle, AKA my paint jar, or my water jar for the day. Fun fact, I actually have no idea how I'm supposed to use these paints. So again, I think we're just gonna fuck around and find out. I might actually pull out a different sketchbook and just see if I can figure it out on some less important paper. I really love this color. It's very vibrant in a way that I was expecting, but wasn't expecting to love, you know? Just got paint on my hand. It's really fun. I'm not used to watercolors at all, as I've said like 3 times, except for like the very, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I'm not used to watercolors at all, except for the very, very, very basic, like, elementary school Crayola watercolor kits. So this is all very fun and very new to me, and I'm loving it. It's very, how very. Just running out of stuff to say, so I think we're gonna probably do a little time-lapse moment here in a minute so that I can just listen to music from my TV and paint. I think a lot of this clip is going to be cut, honestly. I've painted the sketch, and I'm actually really obsessed with the colors that I chose. I'm just waiting for it to dry a little bit more. The skin's mostly dry, so I think I'm gonna pop in with some watercolor pencils and add some depth to it so that it's not all just completely flat, you know? But I want to talk a little bit about the reason I'm doing all of this, and the reason that I am so like excited about what's happening here. I, like I said in the intro clip, am hoping to move in the next year or so. And like I also said, I'm a very creative person who would love to have a studio space someday. But unfortunately, sometimes you have to wait for those things. And I decided that instead of waiting for a studio to make what I'm passionate about, I was going to get started now, make the art, start filming content, and treat it as sort of a journey. The phrase I've coined is the Metamorphosis Era. I've thought a lot about this, clearly. Which is basically just me trying my best to rebrand. And I'm choosing, in this moment, this random February Saturday, I am choosing to start.